Idioms related to countries are fascinating expressions that blend language, culture, and history into colorful phrases. For example, when somebody is saying, I'm taking a French leave, that doesn't mean that they're taking a leave and going to France. It's an expression where you say that someone is taking a leave without saying goodbye. So let's start today with an interesting topic of idioms related to countries. It's all Greek to me. So when somebody says it's all Greek to me, that means something that's difficult to understand or something that you've not understood. For example, you listen to a lecture and then you ask your fellow student, did you understand anything? And they reply, it's all Greek to me. That means they've not understood anything. Next, Dutch courage, which means false confidence one gets after drinking. So you see somebody acting very brave after a drink or two, you say that is Dutch courage. Taking French leave, that is leaving a gathering quietly without informing the host, not necessarily without informing. So you're quietly just going away. I was feeling so bored at the party that I decided to take a French leave. Going Dutch, which means they're splitting the bill where each pay their own expense. So this we have done it in an earlier video also. Not for all the tea in China. That means you're not convinced to do something for any amount of money. So how much are they going to pay you, you will not do that job. So that thing you say, I'm not going to do it for not for all the tea in China. The luck of Irish, which means good luck, generally unexpectedly. So you'll not be expecting it, but then you have got that luck. So, for example, somebody dies and leaves you a property, then you say, oh, that was the luck of Irish. So, going forward, Russian roulette. It's a risky situation where the overcome is unexpected. So that's something probably you will not do because you might say that, oh, that's like a Russian roulette. I don't want to get it. Indian summer, which means a warm, sunny weather. Rome was not built in a day. That means things take time. So when you have to probably have a project, which is a very tough one, and then somebody tells you, "Oh, you've still not done with the project," and you say Rome was not built in a day. A Greek tragedy, which means a sad, disastrous situation. So when probably there is a tragedy that is very, very big. So that time you say sad, disastrous situation, and you describe it as a Greek tragedy. Swiss Army knife. That means a versatile person. That means a person who has a lot of what do you say? A lot of tricks under their belt, who can do a lot more things. So probably you have somebody who can cook, who can sing nicely, plus they're good in their studies. So you call such a person a Swiss Army knife. Pardon my French, which means a humorous way of saying sorry for swearing. So probably you've just nicely scolded somebody using all the swear words, and then you say, Pardon my French. Talk for England. That means talk non-stop. So you have somebody who's a chatterbox. So when they've been talking a lot, like for example, you've been on the phone for a long time when you tell somebody. So that person saying, so the other person answers, oh, she was talking for England. Next, slow boat to China means something that takes a long time to complete. So some tedious task. So you say, oh, that will take time. It's a slow boat to China. Spanish Inquisition, which means harsh question. So, for example, in police station, they're questioning somebody. So that time you say it's a Spanish Inquisition. Chinese arithmetic, that means something that's complicated. So somebody explains something to you, and then you will have to tell that to somebody, how was it? So you say, oh, that was Chinese arithmetic. That means that was something that was very complicated. Mexican standoff means a fight with no agreement. So none of the parties are ready to come to a agreement. So when that happens, you call it a Mexican standoff. Fiddling when the Rome burns. That means doing something very unimportant when there are things which are more important and which needs to be taken care of. So that is, you probably are scolding somebody and you are asking them, why are you fiddling when the Rome burns? That means when there's so many other important things to do, why are you doing unimportant, frivolous things? More holes than Swiss cheese. That means it's argument with many flaws. So, for example, there are two people who are arguing, and one person's argument has many flaws. So that time you would just comment, oh, that person's argument has more holes than Swiss cheese. All roads lead to Rome. That means all efforts lead to the same ending. Young Turk, a young impatient person who wants reform. So he's not even patient to give it some time. So such a person you call a young Turk. Next, bringing coals to Newcastle. That means supply something that has no demand. So probably you're getting mangoes to your house, but then there are already a lot of mangoes. So that time there'll be no more demand for it. Next, I am Switzerland. That means you're neutral in an argument. Two of your friends are fighting, and then they ask you who is right. And then you say, I am Switzerland. That means you don't want to take any sides. When in Rome, do as Romans. That means adapt to surroundings. So if you're in some place, oh, I am doing as Romans do in Rome. So that's how you would say. So this is the end of today's knowledge about country idioms. Thank you for joining.